How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. What we are talking about here today is something that could make more millionaires than we've ever seen before in crypto. What Cathie Wood just said recently, a few days ago, could change the script and make it so the cryptocurrency market actually sees gains again, significant gains. Now, whether this happens or not, I think, will see gains over the coming 6 months to a year. Who knows what's going to happen in the next few days or weeks, but I still think we are set up really well. But if this happens, it would be huge for the cryptocurrency market, and it's looking more and more likely to happen every single day. Every single piece of data we get, it seems like it's getting closer. Now, if you guys don't mind hitting the like button, I really appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button too if you want more content like this. Also, there is a link down there to FTX. I've said this before on the channel, but this is one of my new favorite apps in crypto, and something that I did not realize all the time was every single time you buy over $10 worth of cryptocurrency on the link underneath the video, you get a chance to get free crypto. So I actually can show it here. I got free crypto. I got about $5 worth from buying $100 worth of Solana. So if you guys want access to this app that gives you basically zero fees and completely zero fees over on NFTs, there is a link underneath the video. Like I said, it is one of the best apps out there, as one of the best user interfaces too. It looks very similar to something like Robinhood. There's a link underneath the video, so definitely check that out. So before we look at what Cathie Wood said, let's think for a second. What is the thing that most people are fearful about in crypto right now? I went through a couple of days ago a lot of the things that are kind of thrown to the side now. So what is holding back crypto? Is it Omicron? No, not really, because a lot of people are feeling better about that. Is it Evergrande? No. Is it the sell-off at the end of the year for taxes and stuff like that? No. It's that the interest rates here in the US will go up, creating a more advantageous environment for other lower risk investments, which is why it's so important what Cathie Wood just said. In November, retail inventories rose more than 2%, the fastest pace since the 90s, while imports jumped 4.7% and exports dropped. You don't want to see imports rising, exports dropping. Moreover, real consumption, including services, was flat, and the saving rate dropped to 6.9%, below pre-COVID levels. The sentiment during November and December dropped to the lowest last seen at the worst of the coronavirus crisis in 2020. In this context, the percentage changes listed above make sense. These percentage changes are not annualized, so multiply these by 12 for the annualized rate. Imagine inventories rising 24% and exports dropping 24%. These developments are not new. During the third quarter, real GDP was up a little bit more than 2% at an annualized rate, but real final sales, consumption, investment, excluding inventories, government spending, net exports were flat. The 2% was all in inventories. I mean, think about that for a second. If all of our GDP increases, the thing that the Fed is looking at specifically, one of the biggest things, if that's only going up because people are just buying more Tic Tacs and storing them in their warehouse to make sure that they have Tic Tacs for if there are supply chain issues, well, that's going to cause a massive issue because we're going to have all this extra inventory. No one's buying it. Savings rates are dropping. Maybe wages aren't going up fast enough. And then we're going to go into a recession or a depression or something like that. She says that this buildup, along with mergers and acquisitions and IPOs, reminds her of Y2K. This time, the excesses are likely to be in industries that technology will disrupt. So they think that fears of inflation will give way to confusion first, and then fears of recession during the next 3 to 6 months. She thinks that the companies that are growing well and quickly and are innovative will be rewarded handsomely. That could be huge if the Fed really doesn't raise rates as quickly, or they're just not tapering bond purchases as aggressively. Think about what that could do to cryptocurrencies and some of these higher growth stocks. I mean, a lot of the reason that this is falling recently over the last month or two, of course, there are liquidations, all that stuff I talked about earlier too. A lot of the fear right now is that they're going to be raising interest rates. Because remember, we have a lot of exciting things happening, right? The liquid supply continues to go up even while price is falling down. companies are innovating using blockchain technology. I talked about Samsung earlier today with NFTs and large investments in crypto, but also addressing climate change using blockchain technology. We have banks that are going to allow crypto trading in 2022, allowing retail investors, normal retail investors that maybe aren't savvy enough to use something like FTX or BlockFi or just don't want an extra account, to buy it through their financial institution. We have institutional investors planning to buy crypto here in 2022 and over the coming years. We saw this earlier this year that 90% of these institutional investors are planning to enter crypto by 2026, but many of them will do it much sooner than that, with about 70% saying that they're going to do that in the near future. So we have the fear that interest rates will raise, but if we continue to see these kinds of numbers come in, it's looking very bullish for cryptos, for some of these higher growth stocks that a lot of people thought they just had to rotate out of. If we see this change from the government, from Powell, this could be huge for crypto, and it's something to really pay attention to next time Jerome Powell speaks. Now, I want to hear your thoughts on this underneath the video. Are you excited about this? Do you think this will happen? Or do you think it's a pipe dream that we won't have interest rates rise as quickly as we think? Because, hey, there is a lot of inflation in the economy. Cathie Wood obviously believes that there's going to be deflation coming as opposed to a lot of inflation, but there's no doubt right now that there's a lot of inflation happening right now. So let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. Again, check out FTX. They, again, are one of my favorite apps for 2022 in the crypto markets, and you can get free crypto using the link underneath the video. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.